Drake has been accused of, from Iceman and the other two projects, of ripping off a beat from 1900 Rugrat. And there was also another claim by another artist. I know Terry had it pulled up a second ago. I forget the name of him, but 1900 Rugrat had a whole video accusing, essentially, it was, the story goes, he was in contact with one of Drake's people, I think, or his producers, or one of his producers sent him something. They liked it. And Rugrat was like, nah, this is the intro to my album. I'm not going to use it. 2 years later, they slowed it down, kind of put it in a beat. And I forget which record it was. Little Birdie. But there was another video that came out with another person saying
Sonny Boy Fits, and he put a comparison of his beat versus the other record, which I don't know what that one was either, but they sounded extremely identical. So the first song that'll play is going to be Sonny Boy Fits, and then it's going to play the Drake version of what he ripped off.
Just a little more. Try your waist and it now. What you waiting for? Put your back in it. Just a little more. Put your back in it. Put your back in it. What you waiting for?
Yeah, he stole that
Yeah, so
Whatever I say he did
the
that.
notes are different, but
No, he
like
did
on the
that
bass.
shit.
But
He
that's,
pretty much did the same thing on the what's the name? He just pitched them up.
Yeah. Now, granted, we don't know if this was a Drake producer thing or if this was a Drake himself thing, right? From that perspective.
Well, I
But,
will say that the one
They
that
both
you mentioned
ass.
before,
the Rugrat.
the Rugrat one, he has DMs of like Gordo, which is somebody is personally affiliated with Drake, going back and forth with him, and he has DMs from Drake saying like, I want to get you on something, blah blah blah, and them saying that they like that song, and him pretty much being like, nah, I don't want you to have that one,
Right.
and them taking it. Now, one of them people from Drake's camp admitted to actually redoing that.
Yeah.
So, I mean,
Yeah, that's an interesting one too, because the two beats are different. Like it's almost like you hear somebody sample something, and then this is like when you see people in the comments, what's that sample? What's that sample?
the
Right?
Rugrat one wasn't a sample though. He created that himself.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
But what I'm saying is it's the same. It comes from the same place. If somebody in the comment being like, "What's that sample?" and then they go and take that sample and make something from it, right? Which is why a lot of producers say, F off. I'm not going to tell you the sample, and why I also say the same thing when you're that way in our comments doing the same stuff. No, that's sample snitching in a way. But I don't know. Do you believe this claim? I mean, obviously, I don't know what's to not believe, or is this just the perfect time to clout chase?
Nah, I believe it, and especially from listening to it, because you can hear it does the same change ups. It stays in the same
sample,
same sample, same concept, and he just changed a few things on these. So I mean,
The notes.
it's obvious, but like when you're going through
same
the
instruments.
when you're going through the comments of these people that love Drake, I don't hear it.
Yeah.
I don't hear that.
Which is kind of telling about his fan base anyways.
Yeah.
I'm just going to say, at least his hardcore fan base.
Yeah, that I mean, to me, it's kind of obvious. Just cut and dry to me.
So another question then, because I think it is kind of obvious. Should we start having conversations about the people around the artists who do this?
I know, because it'll be a never-ending conversation. I mean, it's just because Drake is the hottest person right now, and people are going over all of this shit with a microscope. I mean, you didn't have to really go over it with a microscope.
Not with these two.
No, not with these two. I don't know. Like, if those people say that they weren't paid and they're not being credited, then that's a problem.
Especially when there's dialogue.
Yeah. Especially when there's a paper trail that leads you to them. That's a problem. And so it's like, why wouldn't you? When you know someone's getting set up for a payday, why wouldn't you say something to me and we could go ahead and get this taken care of? It's not like it's not like Drake does not have the budget to clear these samples or get these clearances.
Yeah.
So that's disappointing that people think, that anybody associated with Drake would just think, okay, we're just such a juggernaut. We don't have to acknowledge these small people. And what are they really going to do? Well, they're going to get a lawyer. And
Hopefully.
And if
He actually did a lot of that on these three projects. Like there's a handful of records where like one, he sounds like Kodak Black. He's got the rip off from the fake Squabble Up. He's got the
Well, you sound like Kodak Black on the Birdie song.
Yeah.
The one
On
that
the
he
same one.
snatched.
I
Yeah.
think that
Interesting.
could very well be Kodak Black song.
That's interesting. But that sample, but Terry, you mentioned something when you said that actually wasn't even a sample. That was actually Rugrat's like melody or whatever.
Yeah, that was his beat.
Which if there is no sample and he played that from scratch and then they reinterpolated that without giving any credit, that is a lawsuit.
Yeah, that's stealing.
So
Complete stealing. And I see people like, oh, he should be happy that Drake used him, or somebody saying, oh, that's just the business. Like I've seen somebody like a radio cat saying, oh, that's just the business. I don't really hear it. Y'all need to get for real, like straight up. I mean, there's people that are doing this that don't have any money, especially not money like Drake, and you're sending them music and they're taking your shit and just sweeping you under the rug. That shit ain't gangster, man. That shit's fake as to me, especially to reach out and act like you about to work with this dude and then just take it.
doesn't this kind of go to the conversation too? The feels like age-old conversation with Drake that he doesn't have any new ideas.
Man. All right. So I'm going to take this off of Drake
Okay.
and say this is just not a Drake issue.
Okay.
You know what I mean? Because it's been brought to the surface recently that, you know, Jay has done the exact same thing.
Sure, we
It's
talked
just
about it.
Big
Yeah.
dog gonna eat.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean?
They
And
don't make it right.
it ain't right, but it's the game. You know what I mean? Like,
Timbaland did it.
yeah, they do. That's what they do. Big dogs, they see some, and then they'll talk to you. They ask if you, I'm gonna eat it.
Yeah, I'm not. You can say no.
Yeah. Hey, they are the Fleece Johnsons.
Well, I'm gonna just say, hopefully at the end of the day, it comes back to the same Jay conversation. I hope they had their paperwork right to where they're going to get paid for this shit, because at the end of the day, that's all that matters.
Yeah, they hear your record. They say, I see it,
And I
want it. We can do this the easy way or the hard way. The
They
choice
doing
is
it-
yours.
They doing it the easy way because they just taking it.
Yeah.
Hey, oh.
It's wrong. It is wrong. You know, and we've talked about this even on this show, even a couple weeks ago when Mike was talking about the Ryan Leslie situation with him. So we're a little bit more sensitive to that than I think maybe, or maybe not sensitive, but I don't know.
Aware.
We're very aware of this
Yeah,
this
yeah.
world, you know, and how it kind of recurs. You know what I mean? And so it's like, at what point, you know, I think even goes to the question, because Mike actually worded this question: should we start having this conversation about people around the artists who do this? It's like, what are the repercussions for this? You know, it just seems like it's just kind of thrown under the rug. Like, sure, we're talking about it right now, but we're gonna move on from this. You know, it's like this is stealing. This
It's
is
an afterthought at the end of the day when it comes to the people actually that's consuming this music, and whether they care or not, because they don't care.
Yeah.
As long as you give them a bop and something they can listen to, 9 times out of 10, the consumer does not care where the beat came from, what it sounds like, as long as it's from their artist that they rock with, and if they can roll around and listen to it. They don't care about the other artists.
Who was the lady that made Jailhouse Rock first?
don't know.
Sister Rosetta Thorpe, or was it Big Mama Thornton?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Nobody talks about that woman.
Yeah, Elvis stole a whole lot of
But
shit.
you know what?
Richard Thorpe.
This is where I will give Doja Cat some love, even though
Bitch, I'm a cow.
she's been known to show feet in racial chat rooms.
Yeah.
Is when she made her song that was on the Elvis soundtrack, you know, she didn't sample Elvis's version of Hound Dog. So she sampled the original.
Okay.
So hopefully somebody from that estate was able to get some money.
All right. Well,
Stop stealing.
Stop stealing. It's not
Or at
cool.
least, I mean, cut somebody a check or something, man.
I think that's the biggest thing that's just kind of frustrating about this happening on a regular basis. It's like it shows me one of two things. Either you have really poor business practices, right? Or you just feel like you're bigger than having to do it, which says something about you, or you're negligent about it, which also says something about you. And the fact that there's been multiple claims on one particular project also says something about you and your team, at least. It's just like, this should not be happening on a regular basis. And you're Drake. you're whomever, you're the big person, you're Jay-Z in the situation. Like, it does not hurt you to give credit towards the people that you derived ideas from. And if anything else, it makes you look like a good person. Mm-hmm. So I don't know. I feel like the benefits of the relationship, maybe Drake is just so scorned from all his friends that left him that he's just like, man, you know what? I'm not making any new friends. I'm just stealing everybody's stuff from here on out.
I'll throw you a check later. Just whatever.
This also kind of adds to the idea that he's contradicting himself on this record. Again, he talked about that I'm not fighting a rapper, I'm fighting the man. In this situation, you are the man. You are the machine. Again, you know what I'm saying? This is Drake Enterprises at the end of the day. And you're stealing from somebody that's not on your level musically or contractually in the music business. So it's like, I'm going to do what I want to do. And essentially, that's what you claim everybody else is doing to you. So, I don't know, man.
Mm-hmm.